Hi, Coach. Good to see you again. Joe Gorcha, WIS TV. Just entering this tournament, what does it mean to you and this program to be the #1 overall seed?
It's obviously, a testament to the great season we've had. It's a huge honor. Very proud of our players. At the same time, right now the whole season is wiped clean, so we've got to punch our own ticket and move forward, and we've got to do our job. So, it's exciting, and like I said, it's a good pat on the back, but time to get to work.
All right, next up, we got Mitch.
Hey, Coach, how's it going? It's Mitch Brown, Watch Fox here in Columbia. You talked about being able to finish this season off and move into the postseason here. But you also had some momentum coming into the NCAA tournaments. How do you carry that while still saying, okay, we've got to flip the switch and go into a whole different mindset now?
Well, I mean, it is. It's everybody starts playing their best golf. All the other teams start playing their best golf. It's time to rally, and we've kind of been, earlier in my career, we've been on the other side of it, where we've been kind of the underdog team, and now the expectations are on us, and it's, flipping the switch for us is managing our expectations and just staying in the process, and that's going to be big for us. And certainly this year we have the depth, we have a lot of talent, we have a lot of experience. So just staying in the process of what we've done, doing what we do all the time, and just going out there and enjoying it. And, I think those are going to be the keys to our success in the postseason moving forward.
All right, back to Joe.
Coach, you just kind of mentioned it, that this team has more depth than perhaps in other seasons. I'm curious, because of all the talent and the depth, has there been a mindset year long that your team expects to win tournaments, which is hard to do in itself? It's golf. You don't expect to win as many as you guys have. Has there been a mindset this year when your team steps on the course, they expect to win?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what we've done. I mean, I think there's an expectation that we're going to contend, whether or not everything falls right, that we're going to win, and everybody's going to be playing well. That's another thing, and certainly that's the way we go into it. But we go out knowing that if we do our job, that if we go out there and we do our job, we are going to win, or that at least we're going to be in contention to win. And if somebody else plays better, then kudos to them. But if we go do our job and we play Gamecock golf, there's not really another team out there that's going to beat us. And that's really what we need to do going into, our regional championship. And that's one step. And then hopefully the national championship, we'll get that opportunity as well. But if we stay in our process and we do our job, there's very few teams that can compete with us.
And a quick follow-up. I know you have 3 talented seniors, but real quick about Pauline being a sophomore. She's had an incredible run this season. We know what she did at the SEC championships. What have you seen about her evolution of her game that has allowed her to have this much success this season?
Well, Pauline's, an extreme talent. She's fun to watch. Outside of her talent, she's extremely organized and an extremely hard worker. She's getting after it every day and very methodical and planned out. But over the course of the last year, she's really matured on the golf course emotionally. She's done a phenomenal job of just staying within herself, trusting her game, trusting things in the long run, allowing herself to make mistakes and recover from them. And, that's just the mark of a champion and a great player. Golf's a hard game. You're going to make mistakes and you got to be able to recover from them. And that she does now very well.
Go back to Mitch.
What do you know about this, Coach, or this course, I should say, Coach? Have you been here, had any experiences with this course, and are you guys just how do you plan to approach this course? How does it play for you guys, you think?
Unfortunately, I don't know. Out of the 4 regional sites, this is the only one I've not been to. Our assistant coach, Kevin Williams, has been there and had some experience, fortunately. The things we do know about it, obviously, will be in the Kentucky bluegrass and bent grass, which will be a little different for us. But I think it's more of a linked style off the tee. The wind comes into play, really big greens from what I understand, but if the wind blows, it should separate pretty well. I've heard great things about it. Kind of our preparation has been for us to go up there a day early and go play, get in that bent grass and that deep deep bent grass and get some practice in there on a local course nearby. And then obviously get on the practice facilities Saturday when we're allowed, and then get our practice round in Sunday. So we'll get a little extra practice in as much as we can prior to the event. But, like I said, we're going to, we're going to go out there and do the best we can with the limited time that we do have.
Next up, we got Reggie.
Hey, Coach, your job, I mean, because this sport is so mental, your job of keeping the ladies relaxed where they try to treat it as another tournament, even though clearly it's not.
That's part of the deal, all the time. Regionals is, again, everybody brings their best golf. So that's part of it. This week, the nice part about this year, where in past years, regionals has fallen right on top of finals. We've at least be able to get our final exams out of the way. Those are kind of ending this week, where it's not been such a stress. We're at least a little closer to home. We've gotten sent out west in the past, so we've at least had a little more time to prepare. I've got some players at US Open qualifiers this week, so we've had a little more time to recover, repair from academics and SECs, and fortunately, the good thing is we can rely on our success and our experience and our process, and really the depth and success we've had all year, and just go from there. And that's really part of the program. And we got a lot of leadership this year, and we're going to really rely on that.
All right, back to Joe.
The downtime between the SEC tournament and the NCAA regionals seems a little bit like a wide gap, but I'm wondering how much does it help having a few of your key players playing competitively in that qualifier, just to keep that kind of mental edge going into this type of tournament?
It's great. Like I said, that's why I really welcome them. It's a great opportunity for them to do that, but it is a great edge for them, keep them competitive. We don't always get that. I think I was talking to you earlier today, but we don't always get that opportunity to have that time, because final exams really do fall right on top of regionals. So it is some nice time to breathe and get some extra competition in. I think, like I said, everybody's kind of falling in with this gap. There's, we're all dealing with this gap. So it's an equal playing ground for everybody, and everybody's dealing with it. So it's just how we deal with it better than everybody else.
We'll stick with Joe for another question.
You mentioned great leadership. Pelaya's, hopefully I'm saying that correctly.
Yes.
She's been around this program. This is, I think, her 5th year, and she's been incredible for each and every season with you guys. What has she meant to the program, and how have you seen her embrace and develop that kind of leadership role and edge that she has to have to help this team stay composed in these big events?
Anna's been amazing. And this year it's really been fun to watch Anna really come into her own. And it's, it's been a really big road of growth for Anna. Since a freshman year, she came in as one of the world's top juniors. She won regionals as a freshman, had a little, just like any young individual in college, you're finding your feet, you're growing, you have some changes going on. And she had a little, up and down, the game's up and down. And to see her really be on top of her game, this kind of 5th year COVID year has been such a fun thing to watch. And she's really just playing some of her best golf right now. And I think the best is yet to come for her. She is just a treat on and off the golf course, such a personality, such a spirit, such a leader for the team. And just, she's just a huge energy boost for our program.
If I could follow up, I'm curious, just with this group in managing each personality, how do you get each player to kind of understand what they have to do to succeed on a given course without overthinking their way through it so they can play within their given ability?
Great question. We just come up with a game plan. Each event, that's part of what we do in our practice round is we kind of look at, hey, this is kind of the meat of the golf course. This is our priorities on this golf course. And here's what we really need to focus on, because we do have limited time. We're allowed one practice round out there, so we can't overcomplicate it. And then, like I said, we've had our process all year long. The things we focus on throughout the year, our process, doing our job, I think I talked about is really doing our job, has been minimizing mental mistakes, minimizing three putts and getting the ball up and down the majority of time. And that's really the things we've really focused on. And if we stick to that process and do that to the best of our ability and focus on those things, we've had a very successful year. And if we do that this week, we're gonna have another successful week.
I know it's been a unique year and season, not just for your program, but for many across the country. I'm wondering, with the unique nature of the pandemic and trying to grow a team, how has this year been different than, say, other seasons in terms of that growth part?
Well, it's been a lot of sacrifice, and it's been a lot of different stress than we've had in previous years. I mean, just the stress of the testing and just life in general as a student and a student athlete, as a coach, trying to get through the testing every week. I mean, just planning this out. I think just being a student in college has just been so different. And I have to give my players such credit for the sacrifices they've made. I mean, suddenly they're not socializing and going to class and doing the things they normally do, and having that life and that balance that they've gotten. And they've really, really made massive sacrifices. And, to see friends and family and different things for their sport. And it just really is amazing, the commitment that they have. And we've done it. And to get this far is says a lot. It really does.
Does it make it that more meaningful? You mentioned all the sacrifices to be in this type of position, have this much success, given all that your team had to give up to get to this point.
Absolutely, it does. 100%.